semester just started. I know you want to know practical ways on how to make the most of your semester. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 10 things to do to maximize your semester. Stay tuned. Give a backstory of my college experience in my introductory video, but if you've never watched that video, just to bring you up to date, I attended 2 high schools in Jamaica. I attended one from 7th to 11th grade and another from 12th to 13th grade. A teacher that I met at my first high school, he came to the second high school with a scholarship opportunity and he was presenting to the class. I so happened to be in the class, and so he invited me to apply for the opportunity. They assessed my CXC grade, which, if you don't know, that means Caribbean Examination Council. They assessed my CXC grade, and then I did the SATs as well, and they combined both grades, and my grades met the requirement for the scholarship, so I got awarded the scholarship. And the process from there was pretty smooth. I got the acceptance letter today. The next day I went to the embassy. The following day I got the visa, and then the next day I left Jamaica. So it was pretty smooth after that. When I came to the US, I did not have any family member that I was tight-knit with. And so I roomed with students who also got a scholarship from Jamaica, so we all roomed together for the 4 years. And so if you haven't had that experience living with anyone during the college, I think it really solidifies the experience. So that's something that you may want to check out. Or if you have your own space, that's okay. But I'm just saying it would be a good experience either way. So yeah, but the first thing I want to tell you guys to do is to be very tactical and strategic about the way you navigate school. That means being clear on the GPA that you want to graduate with, the opportunities that you want to get, the scholarships that you want to get, why you want to get them, how you plan to go about getting them. We call these things action items. So after you set the goal, you set action items on the things that you're going to do to achieve this particular goal. You need to be very clear on all of it so that you know exactly what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, who you're going to contact to get this opportunity, and so on and so forth. Not to make excuses, but I am a first-generation college student, and so I didn't have anybody in my family who previously went to college before me, in my close family, who were able to guide me through this process. And so I really didn't even know this is something that you should do. And so, after I graduated, and then I realized upon graduation, I didn't feel like I had accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I realized it's because I wasn't clear on what I really wanted to accomplish, even though it was in my head, obviously. But it makes sense to be very clear on all these things. It will save you a lot of time, effort, and you will be pleased at the end of your college tenure. The next thing you want to do is apply for scholarships. So if you have a full-time scholarship, this obviously doesn't apply to you, but if you have a partial scholarship or no scholarship, you want to apply to scholarships that are on your school website or external links that are there if they don't offer any scholarships. And this can help you save a lot of money. By covering things, you probably can get to indulge more into the school experience if you're not working 3-4 jobs just to pay whatever expenses is not covered by your scholarship, if you have one. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. For me personally, I had a tuition scholarship, so I was working in school to cover my room and board, but I applied for scholarships to cover my insurance and textbooks and other miscellaneous stuff that were offered on campus. So I would definitely recommend this as something that you should do to make the most of your experience. The next thing that you should do is get involved. This helps you to be on the radar of people with opportunities. I've had so many experiences with this in my undergraduate degree, as well as even recently with my master's. So I have been in close communication with the director of my master's program. She's also a professor. But through the past 4 months, just getting everything started out for school, we have been in every communication. And during that process, I've developed a rapport with her that even the other day, she was like sending me an email, "Oh, Khrista-Lee, class started, I don't see you in there." It wasn't her class. But she was just checking to ensure, okay, are you coming or are you not coming, because I'm usually on time. And 2 weeks prior to that, she called me to tell me that, "Hey, I got this opportunity. You came to my mind. Are you interested?" if we hadn't developed that rapport, I probably wouldn't have been the one that she called. So it does help, if you're putting yourself in spaces that people know you, they know what you are, what skills you have, what interests you have, and if you will be suitable for the position, they're definitely going to recommend you. So you want to put yourself out there, for those opportunities. The first thing I want you guys to get involved in is leadership activities. This not only makes you a lot more marketable to an employer, but it helps you to invest in yourself. And obviously that should be the goal. On this channel I talk about everything investing in you. So whatever you're doing, you're making sure that you're trying to invest in yourself. The leaders are born, but you don't have to be born a leader to become a leader. You can develop the skill. It's a skill. You can learn it, right? And you definitely want to be in these clubs and organizations that are teaching you how to be effective leader, and then you have your peers to bounce off. They can correct you if you're doing something wrong, and you can correct them as well. So it's definitely a good thing to be involved in leadership activities. And also, when that is on your resume, it tells your employer that you have interpersonal skills, you're able to leave work and leave you in charge, and everything is going to get done. You want to know that when you're employing somebody, you're not wasting your resources. You are taking someone that actually will enhance the team, enhance the company, enhance the vision of the company, all of it, not just somebody who just gets the job to get the job. So you want to make sure that you're getting these skills so that you can be a lot more marketable, and you can develop yourself so that your opportunities can also expand. The next thing that I want you guys to get involved in is volunteer work. It's very good for you to give your time to a cause that you believe in, free of charge. That's also good for you as a person, because you're serving and fulfilling your civil duty as a human being. But also what that says to employers is that you are willing to go above and beyond the job description. You are going to be committed to the vision of the company. You're going to be working really hard to make sure that the company succeeds. And that's also something you want to tell your employers from your resume. So you definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of these volunteer opportunities that your school offer, whether through on campus or external events, as well as leadership opportunities, right? The next thing that you want to do is get internships. It's very good for you to get these experiences. Obviously, you are a college student, you're not going to be graduating with 2-3 years experience. So having this experience from an internship is very good for you going into the company. One, the employer doesn't have to teach you everything, because you at least learn some skill from your internship. You got some work experience. Now, obviously, if you haven't worked in a niche before, they're going to have to teach you job specific stuff. But some things they don't have to teach you. That makes it easier for the employer. They're saving time, they're saving resources, and they're saving money, and you just bump yourself up as a more suitable candidate. So you want to take advantage of the internship opportunities that are offered by your school, or that are offered in companies that you really want to work for. The next reason why you want to take internships is because it helps you to assess if the job is really something you want to do. Obviously the job sounds good on paper, it has good pay, good bonuses, time off, vacation time, sick days, all of it, that sounds good on paper. But you don't really know if you want to do the job until you start doing the day-to-day of the job, and you see how you feel, how you are relating to people. If you are excited to go to work, or you just want to stay in bed and cover yourself on the sheet. You definitely get to assess these things when you take internship opportunities. So you definitely want to do that, for mentioned reasons. So yeah, the next thing I want you guys to do is to be in very, very close knit with your career advising center. This is something that I wish I had done starting sooner. I did work with my career advisor, but I started probably doubling down on it in my senior year, which was almost close to graduation. And I have seen people who have been in constant communication with the career advisor from freshman year, and they have gotten a lot of different results. They had a lot more opportunities to conferences, internships, they even graduated with jobs. So you want to be able to be in constant communication with your career advisor, because a lot of opportunities on campus are only exclusive to the career advising center, which you're not going to know about unless you are, you're visiting the office, taking advantage of the office hours, and so on and so forth. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. The next thing that I want you to do is ask questions. Ask a lot of questions to everybody all the time about every single thing. Ask your career advisor, your professor, the deans of your school, associate professors, adjuncts, and your peers. do not neglect asking your peers, because not because you think somebody's on the same playing field as you means they don't know anything. You know, that's a very wrong assumption. They know a lot of things. You know, obviously everybody brings their own experiences to the table, and you want to be able to make sure that you're learning from all of that. You know, why not? So, you know, ask questions all the time about everything, just to make sure that you're in a position to flourish at the end of the day, and you can get your questions answered, and you can then become an answer to somebody who is actively seeking an answer to whatever questions you were asking in the first place. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. The next thing that I want you all to do is have fun. You know, have some responsible fun, because there are a lot of activities offered on campus. You know, they put on this campus life thing. It's not just academics. All for you guys to take advantage of. There are different shows, organization, movie, events, all of that they put on just to have students engaged. So you, and even the clubs and organizations that you are a part of, put these on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis for you guys to enjoy the college experience. So, you know, you need to do things outside of the classroom. You know, have fun. Set aside one day a week to make sure that you're dedicating it to attending on-campus events, or even something outside of school. You know, I did not have a lot of fun in college, because I was working really hard all the time, and then I also had a lot of extracurricular activities that I was doing, as well as, you know, part-time jobs, internships, etc. And I wish I had had more fun in school, because, you know, you only get that experience one time if you're only going to do one bachelor's. So you want to make sure you're capitalizing on that. And I know people who have graduated with 4.0 GPAs and still had a lot of fun in college. So it's not the situation where you have to sacrifice your grades for fun. You can have both of them with balance, you know, as long as you're not staying up all night and not getting up for your classes and work and what have you. You can have a good time and still get your grades right. So I want to encourage you to have responsible fun. So now I want to talk about one of my personal favorite things that I want you guys to focus on, which is paying off your debt before you graduate. If you have debt. If you have student loans, obviously you cannot pay that off before you graduate, or most people will not be able to do that. But I'm talking about other debt that you accumulated from, you know, just confusing your wants with your needs, right? Those are the debts that I want you guys to get rid of, because when you graduate, you want to be able to start fresh and be able to save and invest as much money as you can, so that you are starting your life off on a positive foot. You're not starting off being tied up by a lot of debt, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you pay those down, and then you have your money to do things that are actually going to get you ahead. And, you know, when I say confusing your needs and wants, very often we say, I need this, but you really don't, right? You need a shoes, but you want a Jordans. You need a bag, but you want a Gucci bag. You need to be able to be honest with yourself and not confuse your needs with your wants, because not everything you want is a need. And you need to be very clear on that, especially if you have certain financial goals that you're trying to reach, but you cannot reach it because you're spending your money on foolishness. Yes, I'm going to call it what it is, foolishness. So you definitely need to be clear on needs and wants, and make sure that you're minimizing the amount of debt that you're graduating with, aside from student loan, because, you know, these debts are not serving you. And these debts that you have on your credit card. And I'm not against credit cards. I do have a credit card, which I will talk about in a sec. But I am definitely against impulsive spending and people confusing needs with wants. You have to be very clear on these things. So as I said, I'm not against credit card. I have been using this one credit card for the past 5 years, and I haven't had any problem with them. That's me knocking on wood just to not jinx myself. But I've had really great experience with them. They have very low interest rate, and especially if you are a student, you can get 1 year interest free when you take advantage of this. Right. So I'm going to be recommending them to you is Discover Bank. You want to check them out. If you have a credit card or you do not have a credit card, I am going to be linking, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description for you to check them out. If you click this link, you will get a $100 statement credit. So it's a win-win. I don't see why not. So you definitely want to check that out. So the next thing that I want you guys to focus on, and this is like I said, the previous thing was my favorite. This is my ultimate favorite. Ultimate favorite. This is to start learning about investments and start investing. I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear anybody telling me, oh, I don't have any money to invest. I'm making this small amount of money. If you are making $50, let's talk. That's all you really need. So I learned about this platform a while back, where it's a digital real estate platform where you invest as low as $50 into these rental properties. Digital real estate, you're investing in properties all over the country, not just in New York or Connecticut or Boston or what, all over the country. You have opportunity and access to these real estate deals. You invest in these houses on LOFTI AI. They already have the contracts. All you're doing is investing. They give you tokens, which is what you get when you invest your $50. Some of the houses are $54, $58, but you can start with $50. That's all you need to start. And you earn rental income every single day. If you want me to go into a video on how you earn rental income every single day, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely be open to making a video on that. But it's a really good platform. I would not be recommending something to you that I did not believe in, and I do believe this is a very good investment, especially if you are new to investing and you want something that's low risk. You definitely want to check this out, because let me tell you something, you can always get your money back. I have personally had this experience where a seller did not want to sell their property to LOFTI anymore. I had already invested in the property. LOFTI refunded the money to my payment method, so I got my money back. And if you want to sell your property, sell your investment in the property, you can also do that and get your money back. So any way you take it, you will get your money back. So it's not this case where you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. It's a very low risk platform. You can always get your money back if you're not satisfied. But if you are interested in this opportunity, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description for you to check it out. If you click this link, you're going to get a $25 gift card. So you want to check it out. Okay? Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to tell you guys to do is to apply for jobs before you graduate. We are in COVID, everything's a little bit stagnant. There are a lot of job opportunities out there, which a lot of people are quitting for, obviously, and opening up the playing field for everybody. But you want to make sure that you're applying for these jobs. If you have a specific company in mind or a dream position, you want to be applying for these things before you graduate. So when you graduate, you can just go straight into your job, especially if you have student loan. I'm sure you want to start paying those off as soon as possible. So you want to make sure that you are, setting yourself up for the best result. You're starting sooner, you're going to finish quicker, and then, you can have access to all of your money to do the things that you want to do. So you definitely want to start applying for these jobs before your graduation. Work with your career counselor to set up these jobs, help to practice for interviews, for attires and whatever you need, help with your resume, cover letter, and just general interviewing skills. So I hope these tips were helpful for you guys. Please like this video, share, comment below anything that you would like to add or any of these tips that you really like. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post. And if you want to see more videos from me, click this link right here.